Hello, hi, and welcome. Wait, that's the music that I wanted. Hi, welcome back. Hello, I'm back. I'm back to streaming after my little break. How are you guys doing? If you're new here, hi, I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber, here to give you full body chills. And today, wait, let me change my music because I think it's fine if it's spooky. Actually, it's fine if it's spooky. I kind of wanted to, yeah, like I was like, oh, maybe a chill music, maybe not spooky music. Good, you Sona? Yeah, I'm great. I think it was like a very nice break, very nice, couple of days to rest, to work on some things behind the scenes. Actually, you know what? I keep changing the music, but. So it was a nice break to work on some things behind the scenes before, getting back to streaming and getting back to my regular, 5-day grind, or four streams a week grind, or 5 streams a week grind. But like, yeah, 4 streams a week. How about some alien music? I think I have like just spooky music. I was trying to find some like nice sci-fi music, but nothing really matched the mood. I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter because I posted it to Twitter, but I was working this week. I've been working on something that I worked on in my Patreon stream. I was working on our official mascot. This mascot is ready. Behold, it is the Mascot. The official mascot. This is him in all his glory, in all his butt cheek glory. His butt is great. But obviously, like, the mascot is not gonna really be released until next year, because I just finished the model. I just finished the ref sheet. So not bad. Thank you. I know there's like a filter on it, but yeah, this is the Mascot. This is the mascot. That's adorable. Hey, he's adorable. He's cute. He's ready. He has a license to kill adorably with cuteness. And I think this mascot will come to the channel in 2025 with my new model. That's why the colors are matching my new model. So that's you have a little sneak peek of what the colors are gonna be of the new model, kind of like this, right? Like all the colors were kind of synchronized with the new design. Just look down. Is this going to be a plushie? It will be in 2025. Yeah, like I'm planning to. I'm planning to, like, this is a plan. I'm planning to turn it into a plushie when the time comes, but obviously first the model comes in, the new design comes in, and the plushie, the mascot comes in. So he's gonna appear in my streams. I'm turning 21 in less than 7 months. Hey, Melissa. Very early. Happy birthday. I just realized 2025 is almost here. Holy hell. Yes, we are finishing 2024. That's almost done. Yeah, it was a very eventful year. I'm glad that it ends. And maybe hoping for 2025 to be better. Would fan art be authorized use? Well, I mean, wait, what do you mean authorized use? Oh, well, this is unauthorized use prohibited. That means like, oh, it's just like my, my artwork can't be really used for, obviously, like reselling or anything. Like for personal use, obviously, yeah, like that's fine. Like if you wanna download this artwork and like print it out or something, that's fine for yourself, but obviously not for selling. He looks ready for business. Oh, he is. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like he's drinking radioactive boba tea. And yeah, he has like scary mode and he's cute and yeah, literally want to print all of this. I think I'm gonna see that's Kronos gave me an idea. Like I think this might be printed for my Patreon members, and like as a print or something. Like I'm figuring it out, but I hope I can do it maybe in December or something. But yeah, I kind of I'm proud of this ref sheet. I'm proud of this character sheet because I drew it. That's yours truly. Moi. Design, drew, design drawing. That's by me here. Hi. Okay. And And hello, Queen MC. Hi, Dino Alex, Joshua Hernandez. Hi, Demon Taker, Kronos. Thank you so much for Kronos Shy Shy. Thank you so much for modding the stream. Eric, thank you so much for modding the stream. Is he wearing a full body fishnet? No, he's not. This is just a filter. Yes, full body fishnet. No, this was because I grabbed it from my Twitter because when I post on Twitter, I kind of like overlay it with a watermark. This is not a full body fishnet. It's just the watermark. He doesn't have that. Well, that won't be me for a while. No worries. Scary mode gives me eldritch horror vibes. Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, it was, it was inspired by some things. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Like when he might look cute, but don't let that fool you. Okay, you guys, we're back. We're back on the case. This is another, let's say a debrief. Briefing on the UFO sightings 2024. There was like this. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. Your art is just chef's kiss. Thank you so much, Joshua. Okay, now we can switch to scary music. Wait, because okay, ready. So today we are exploring a story that reads like a page out of a sci-fi movie or science fiction book, yet it's happening right here, right now, in our skies, on our planet. This is about the United States government's latest deep dive into the phenomenon of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs as they're known now, or UFOs as we know it wildly, right? So there was just this week, Pentagon released its 2024 report, and obviously they had this very public hearing with the government, with Congress, and they offered not only more cases, but also deeper insight into these mysterious sightings. So are we closer to the truth, or is it still hovering just out of reach? Let's find out. So the Pentagon's 2024 UAP report sheds light on hundreds of recent, because this is, okay, so, this is actually a part of my hangout. This is actually a Patreon hangout, Platinum, Ruby, and Diamond. So if you are a Patreon member in those tiers, you can still tune into the call. I'm gonna be unmuting my call in certain points to ask questions, because I have my Patreon members on the Discord call with me, but I'm gonna go over some notes first. So first I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then I'm gonna show some pictures, show some videos, and react to them with my Patreon members. Okay, so this Pentagon's 2024 UAP report sheds light on hundreds of recent UAP encounters, logging a total of 757 cases. This is from last year, as in May 2023 to June 2024, 757 sightings and incidents involving unidentified objects, most of which defy quick explanation. There's no explanation for them. Almost daily, picture this, almost daily, someone somewhere reporting a strange object flying through the sky, or possibly even beyond. Now, to clarify, despite them, oh, sorry, I just hit my microphone. Of course I did, because of course I did, as always. Okay, so to clarify, despite the term UAP, these are essentially what many of us think of as UFOs. And while it's easy to jump to the conclusion that, it's aliens, it's extraterrestrials, and this is an invasion, and, every single one of those incidents is, aliens are behind it. The Pentagon has refrained from endorsing this idea. So far, there's no direct evidence pointing to alien origins, but some encounters remain baffling and continue to pretty much defy straightforward explanations. So they don't really have an explanation, but at the same time, they're like, okay, yeah, but we can't really say for sure 100% that this is from outer space, these are aliens. So the report's 757 cases cover a period of between like May 1st, 2023 to June 1st, 2024. But intriguingly, it also includes those 757, 272 earlier encounters that hadn't been reported until now. So hundreds of encounters. These incidents weren't linked to any one type of observer. They were actually reported by military and commercial pilots alike, as well as by trained ground-based observers. So, you know, just witnesses. So we're not just talking about, oh, you know, tinfoil hats, you know, oh, UFO enthusiasts and people who just want cloud or likes or something, right? Like, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about people with just like, oh, just you know, civilian telescopes, just toy telescopes and grainy cell phone footage. No, some of these accounts come from highly trained professionals, often in very controlled environments, from like military bases. Okay, so a notable portion of the encounters happened within our atmosphere, but there's 49 of these sightings that were at altitudes higher than 62 miles. And that means in space. Despite the large number of incidents, not a single crash or injury has been reported to date, at least as we know. You know, at least if we believe the report. So one of the most unsettling encounters detailed in the report involves a close call, because it was a commercial liner, which had a near miss experience with what's described as a cylindrical object over the Atlantic near New York. So I'm gonna show you guys. Actually, now I'm gonna. Okay, so because I have to double check. I have to double check if I'm. Jeez, guys. Okay. Where's my mouse? Oh, that's where it is. Okay, so this is actually one of the pictures, and actually, oh, you know what? And now I'm gonna unmute my Discord. You guys say hi to Kanta, Bacon, and Kronos, and now I'm unmuting. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Watching the stream at the same time. Kind of got
Nice.
jump scared there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm unmuting right. Oh, Chad can see your picture. The cat.
Oh.
It's okay.
Hey.
Okay,
Oh, that's
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna send the picture of like the release picture from the Pentagon.
Kronos' cat got doxxed.
It's okay.
thanks.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's just
Okay.
kitty.
Yeah, it's
No,
just
no big deal.
I just watch you sell this picture on your stream.
Yeah.
You said not grainy.
Not okay.
Oh.
Well, okay, a little bit grainy. Okay, there's a little bit of grain. Fine. Fine. There's a little bit of grain.
This is so grainy. It's 200 grit sandpaper.
Okay, so it's grainy, right? This is okay. That's the grainy one, but this is just a screen cap. This is just a screenshot
I've
from a
seen-
video.
Well, I
I've
see
seen less
And I
grain
do-
on wood in wood shop class in high school.
I see the
Again-
interesting markers of the movement patterns.
Wait.
Unless-
I do have a video of this, so that's not just, you know.
Oh, a video, you said.
Oh, video time.
Yeah, the
There
video
we go.
time. Video time. Okay. I'm gonna share
Video time.
share it with you guys. So I'll just. So this is the video. I don't know. You guys see it? Do I send you the link, or do you guys just want to watch it on stream? I mean,
The
I
light
can.
We can
doesn't
just
seem
watch.
too bad.
I can send you the link.
It's not
okay.
too bad.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm
do
gonna play the video on stream. This is actually
Whoa.
the video.
Okay, I don't pay for YouTube Premium to get ads. What?
Wait,
so
you
that's
got
from
an
January
ad?
15th, January
Oh.
2023.
Oh. Okay.
And it's just like,
That's
Huh.
that's a fast
just-
little ant.
yeah,
Yeah.
super fast. Yeah, and that's a plane. So they're just like
So-
commercial liners, so airliners.
Yeah, 'cause-
So
Those planes are
Okay.
going like 600, 700, 800. Some of them can go really fast. So for that thing to just
yeah, and
fly
just like,
by that quick
whoosh.
Yep. What I don't understand is,
Wait.
though, the government spends billions of dollars on everything else but cameras, apparently, because still grainy.
Okay, listen. I kind of understand why it's grainy because, like, they are, let's say they are monitoring the skies, obviously 24/7. That means a shit ton of data. So they're like, okay, well, we can't, it's not gonna be great quality if we're gonna save some space. I guess.
Oh, that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
I guess that is a fair argument. But still, I mean, it's 2024.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
play.
not
You would
great.
think we would have developed something by now that is not grainy, that looks like something from the early 2000s.
Demon Taker said potato data.
It is
I mean-
literally potato.
A little bit.
This is the U.S. government we're talking
Literally,
about, though.
We spend billions of dollars, billions upon billions on a lot of stuff, on tanks, weapons,
Although,
but we
this one
still
says
have cameras.
It says it's
From-
South China, so technically we're not on the hook for this one.
Oh,
South,
okay.
well,
well,
South
South
Asian
Asia?
object. I think it was bound for New York or something.
okay.
Yeah, I
But
think it
still,
was like
I mean-
Atlantic, over Atlantic, and like it was bound for New York. Oh,
Government's
sorry, I
still
said
using-
near New York, but it was like bound for New
Yeah.
York, but it was over the Atlantic.
Am I not?
Or
am I
for
aware
over
of-
the wait, Pacific, Atlantic. Wait,
Yeah,
I mix
I
it
was
up?
gonna say Pacific, right?
Pacific. Sorry, Pacific. Pacific. I was just like, wait,
Huh.
Atlantic.
Hi, this is geography chat.
I was
Yep.
I was taking a nap, okay, in geography class.
Okay.
It's okay, I'm American. I barely know anything.
Same.
I went to public school, so I don't know nothing.
I couldn't tell you the capital of Czechoslovakia. So,
Nice, nice.
I mean, that says something, I think.
I didn't
But
really
still,
Cynthia said I could
that-
take a better photos with a potato.
Literally, you
Well-
can. But, I mean, could you go back to that video one more time where you paused it? It looked very
Sure.
peculiar. I think there was, like, air...
Wait, at the
There
very
was
at the
beginning.
air
bottom of
drag or...
Wait, let me.
There was air drag or air resistance wherever you paused it at, like,
Yeah,
yeah right
towards the
there.
bottom, right?
So, no, if you
Let
go
me see. Let me see. I think it was like close
where
up.
the ship... Yeah, where the ship was flying past, there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
some air drag, it looked like. Pause it. Yeah, you could see,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
so-
actually... You could see a
Here.
trail behind it, like it's like cutting the air, like,
Yeah.
because of how fast it's going. I don't know if that's just my monitor, but you can actually
no,
see
it's
like
I can see it. I can
resistance.
see it. That's not your monitor. That's like literally it's.
Yeah.
It's what
Okay.
happens.
I noticed it too in the image
Yeah,
she
I'm
posted.
like, I don't know if that's just the camera or if it's like breaking the sound barrier and it's just going that fast.
Might be
but
potato
that's
camera.
actually,
Or it's
Yeah.
moving so
Just the
fast that the
potato
image
camera.
is ghosting. Who knows?
you know what? That's a good that's a good point. It could be ghosting because we don't have. What is up with you guys in potato? Okay,
Taxman
Yes.
says tax the aliens. Taxes for the tax god.
well, you know what, Taxman? When we
Tax
get invaded
aliens.
by aliens, you can go up to them and say you're being taxed for
Hey,
visiting
they
the
should
planet.
be
and We'll
taxed.
see how
They're
that
like
goes.
if they are in our airspace, they are polluting. I mean, okay, I don't know
They're
if
polluting
they're.
the air
I
with their
don't know if they're, emitting CO2, or
alien
Oh.
CO2.
maybe.
Oh
maybe
god, just wait till we blame global warming on aliens. Oh god.
not.
Yep,
Coming,
we're gonna blame
coming
global
soon.
warming on
Up
aliens.
and we find a new
Coming soon.
element or something.
We
You know.
introduce aliens. Let's find out how we'll hate them.
Yeah,
Yep,
coming
exactly.
soon. Okay, so this object, which by the way remains unidentified because they were not able to identify it, it appeared according to the report, it appeared out of nowhere. It startled the crew as it zoomed past the plane. Like they were ready to, do emergency landing, or they were kind of calling for, well, not Mayday, but they were just reported it that hey, this happened. What do we do? And right now, investigators are kind of coming through data and witness accounts, trying to piece together exactly what it was that came so close to an airliner full of passengers, because there were hundreds of lives at stake here. Okay, so as it stands, the Pentagon hasn't really pinned these incidents or on any specific entity, extraterrestrial or otherwise. They didn't really... Okay, wait, let me just mute myself here on Discord for now. Oh, sorry, Kandao, you were saying? Sorry.
At best, they've just said non-human biologics.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true. Actually, I'm
there
not
we
gonna
go.
mute myself. Why should I? Okay. So yeah, they didn't pin it on like, oh, it's aliens. Yes, they did say non-human biologics. How do I pronounce it? Biologics.
Yeah, biologics.
Them ain't us.
Yeah.
Or, like they didn't even pin it. It's not like they pinned it on another country, because that's also a possibility, right? Like, oh, another country is invading our airspace and this is war. That's not war. They didn't pin it on anyone. So
They
no.
do see it as a threat, though.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. They were just like, oh, what is happening? So no aliens are officially confirmed and no conclusive answers are given. The report emphasizes that some UAPs remain unexplained. Well, I mean, majority of those encounters, like 700 encounters. The government is now tasked, as they said, with balancing transparency with national security as they investigate each of those encounters further, focusing first and foremost on safety and understanding that these sightings could mean, like what these sightings could mean for airspace control and like how they have to change their procedures, right? Like what do they have to like look out for? Okay, so it's worth noting that not all UAPs are quite as mysterious as they first appear, because one increasingly common culprit or culprits are Elon Musk's Starlink satellites. So, they usually appear as chains of lights and they stretch across the sky in near like perfect formation, which obviously when people see it, they jump to conclusion that, oh shit, this is an invasion. This is an extraterrestrial invasion, but it's actually just Starlink satellites. But you guys, one of you guys told me about the recent kind of in California, was it incident with Starlink satellites?
Yeah, this is like back in the 2010s, where there was a blue streak in the sky and everyone over LA just absolutely freaked out thinking this is aliens. And soon after, Starlink came out saying, no, we had a failed test rocket. In fact, you can probably find YouTube footage of it.
Yeah, I think I saw this. Yeah, because it was like kind of...
It was all over the news. I remember when I was in Cali, it's all they talked about for days, and it just turned out to be a rocket. But it still looked pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I think I saw this. I think I might have seen it. Because 2010, if you're saying 2010s, then yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Okay.
Yeah, it became quite famous for it, but that also became like a skeptic's go-to. I was like, no, they're just testing stuff we don't know about. But I will admit, like, I know people think that the B-52 is part of the Phoenix Light, or they said it was flares and things they were testing. It's not always going to work, but in this case, yes, sometimes it is just people throwing crap into space and just seeing how it works.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like as I said, like a lot of it is probably the like satellites or something that's from Earth, and people just start panicking because they've never seen these kind of lights before, or like, oh, it's something unusual in the sky. So yeah, like they kind of start filming, posting it, and it turns out like, hey, this is not... Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say weather balloon because that's like, come on now.
even the Project Blue Book even started to say that the weather balloon and the swamp gas theories were a little ridiculous.
Yeah, like that was ridiculous because like they don't fly like this. Like none of them can maneuver like this, like very quickly, and it was just like, come on now.
There's some
they've been just using it a lot.
Roswell,
Project
Mogul, but other than that,
Okay, so
weather balloon, weather balloons have been around for a long time. Sorry, I'm just continuing.
No, it's fine. Yeah, but like weather, I agree that weather balloon, like they use that excuse a lot, and it's just like, okay, can you come up with something new at least to gaslight us?
Yeah, for real.
Look at me making my tinfoil hat. Yeah. Listen, I believe in aliens more than I believe in ghosts. Okay? Because aliens are actually, that's reality. Like there's no way that we're alone in this universe, right?
For sure there should be life out there, whether it's the great filter that's stopping us from meeting them, the great distance, numerically they should be there. But then there's the Fermi paradox of, well, where are they?
Yeah, that's true. Like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
You know. But okay, but we're the ones to talk. We're the ones to talk. It's like, oh, where are we? Why are we? We are still not. We're not even able to. Like, yeah, we're able to send people into space. Debatable, because I don't know. Moon landing. I don't know.
I mean,
debatable.
we basically put up a tent in our backyard and said, look, we're explorers.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're explorers. We are space cowboys. But it's just like, oh, we're gonna talk about cows today. But yeah, like we're kind of like, oh, you know, moon. Oh, we send a probe to Mars. Ooh, it's just like, come on now. And then we're shitting on aliens for not being able to, I don't know, like travel from another galaxy, another solar system. It's like, are we able to travel?
Well,
outside of our solar system? No, we're not.
I don't want to be a weirdo in saying this, but I have watched a lot of videos about. We're thinking two-dimensionally. What if these creatures are such high, like, in intelligence that they're like they're thinking in like 5D, like
sure.
They travel on like planes of existence that humans just can't comprehend or understand.
Yeah,
which
there's
is
a growing theory of the extraterrestrial, like Bigfoot's an extraterrestrial, dimensional beings that just happen to come through our space.
Yeah. Well, there's also the fact of like time too, because you know, think about it. You know, the world was formed, and you know, we have like became. You know, life became on this planet over like ages.
Yeah.
Like
millions and millions of years ago.
So
hundreds of millions of years.
You've gotta
billions.
have two of those same things happen at relatively similar times in order for the meetup. Because like, you know, sure, you can have like life on this planet, but say, you know,
the other planet is still at the stage of like dinosaurs or something.
Yeah. Some
like
mass extinction event happens to us or something, and then we aren't able to go to them. Vice versa. Something happens over there, they can't come over here, and we can't find them.
That's true.
So,
that too.
Well, yeah, because the ever-expanding distance between... There's some theories that with how fast the universe is expanding in certain areas, that even if they sent out a message, it would never travel fast enough to span the already increasing void.
That's true.
Yeah. So there's so many theories out there that we could spend literally hours talking about it. But
today we're just gonna cover a certain.
We're just gonna
aspects.
Do you have any other videos? I'm curious for. If you have any other
I'm gonna get to that. I will get to that.
Okay.
Like I just want to talk about some things. Yeah. So on Wednesday, lawmakers heard testimony from several expert witnesses, including 2 former military officers who have studied UAP phenomena firsthand. Their insights ranged from discussions about alien intelligence to the possibility of advanced foreign surveillance technology. So again, like maybe another country is testing a, surveillance technology, and they're just kind of keeping us in the dark or tricking us into saying, oh, you know, aliens are looking at us. Among the key concerns raised was the question, could these objects, if they are alien, could these objects, could these objects belong to aliens, or could they be, alien, they belong to, someone from, not from this planet? Or, again, could this be an invention by a foreign power experimenting with advanced aircraft? And if so, could they be spying on US military installations? Because that's a real possibility, right? Like I think
they're also leaning towards, is this a private enterprise?
Yeah, that's true. Like, it doesn't have to be a military entity, right? Like, it's a private enterprise, and might be from our country, might be from someone. Yeah, it could be Elon just being like, I don't know, Elmo being experimenting with shit. I wouldn't put it past him. Obviously.
You couldn't make a paper plane fly.
That's true. Okay, so House Oversight Chairwoman Nancy Mace posed a question that left the room kind of shocked and deep in thought. How would you define non-human intelligence, non-human biologics? What are we exactly talking about? So that's the question that, dropped in the room. Mic dropped.
Mic drop.
Yeah, so One of the most, I guess, interesting, intriguing answers came from Mike Gold, a NASA legal and policy specialist turned private aerospace expert. And Gold suggested that we rethink our assumptions entirely. He said that a visiting intelligence might not be biological at all. And Gold explained that non-biological intelligence could include advanced form of artificial intelligence, so machine learning systems or even self-sustaining robotic entities. So in other words, if something out there is watching us, it might not be like, it might not resemble the humanoid aliens of, you know, that we imagine. It could be just simply machines designed and deployed, because we do that too, right? Like we send probes to Mars. And we send machines.
The Voyager is an example of that.
Yeah.
It is an it's a interplanetary machine that we have playing a record, a message, and it is communicating to whatever out there could be perceiving it. So we already came to that conclusion in the 70s. Why would an advanced race not already do that?
Yeah, like why wouldn't they have the same things, or, you know, Autobots or Decepticons? That's Decepticons coming to Earth.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. The lizard people sending Decepticons too. And we owe them money, apparently. Because we have public debt. To whom? Decepticons.
Decepticons.
Did I just hear that correctly? You said lizard people normally.
Lizard people! I'm sorry.
There we go.
I know. I'm sorry. I forgot myself for a minute. I should pronounce it properly. Lizard people!
Are we sure Sona's not an alien?
Are you an alien? Are you secretly a lizard person? Imposter.
Actually,
you stole
like
the real
to identify as reptilians.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, so now we're gonna go over some of the videos that I have. This one here was posted, that's like a couple of years. They kind of stretch from like 3 months ago to a couple of years ago. This one was from 3 months ago, essentially. So this year, August 2024. Let me... Oh, I guess I can send it to you guys, like, just in case, like, you wanna kind of see it here with sound, because I can't really play it with sound. I'm just gonna play it without sound. But yeah, there's airplane pilots record multiple UFOs dancing. I don't know about this one. Like, I saw it, and then I was just like, is it Starlink satellites?
Oh,
great.
Yeah, so hazy footage. Hazy footage. Of course it's hazy, because it has to be hazy.
Oh, that's much better footage right there. Why didn't they show that to begin with?
I know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Huh.
Okay, so the next one. Yeah, so in the vlog, Captain whatever, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this name properly, Rode van Pangemanon, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, described the extremely vivid star-like objects as dancing, but I kind of saw them flickering. Oh, shoot. Oh, what? Oh, shit. What? I didn't see this one. The wild clip comes from just months after a woman flying above New York's LaGuardia airport spotted a possible UFO soaring above them. Oh, I think this one was the New York sighting. Yeah, it was.
Yep. I remember this video really clearly, yeah.
Oh, and
again,
shit,
don't understand why it's filmed on a potato.
Why is there like hot pink UFO? I'm sorry?
That makes me think.
Hold on.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, that's trippy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright, that's pretty trippy. Or was it just like a reflection of something? Okay, so I have another one.
Who knows?
Oh, I have it.
Also, I can't even imagine being a pilot and just seeing something, you know, pop up on your radar screen. Like, what?
Wait, the last one? Oh, the last one. Oh, sorry, I didn't show it because it's like it has. No, this one is just nope. This is just like a. I don't know, CGI. Okay, so there is another one from 2018, and it's also from a commercial airliner, and passengers, like one of the passengers was filming it, and this one is super weird. I think I can play the sound. Oh, we'll see. I think for this one I can play the sound. Let's see this one. Oh, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna kind of. So this is actually what they saw at first, and then they were filming. And I think I could.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, what is that?
I have not seen this one, so this is new to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that.
It's the Shai-Hulud!
Yeah, it's like a whale, but like.
Yeah, it's
Oh, and it's like turning on its own. What the fuck? Wait, I have to like go back. See, like it just.
It's a giant sea snake thing.
Yeah. And
That's
then it
trippy.
kind of stretches.
Yeah, that's very odd. Either it's very good CGI or it's really weird.
Or it's
So
just
strange.
an angel in a cloud having fun with, you know.
Oh no! I just saw Demon Taker. That's a ... No, it's not.
It's the sky penis.
Yeah, but this is weird.
No,
Oh, this is super weird.
it's the
Like,
Loch Ness.
Of course, Kanto would
Yeah, and
go
it's
there.
kind of like moving back and forth, and it's in one area. What is
I don't.
that?
That looks
What?
pretty sketch.
What is this?
Again, it's either very good CGI that was like put on
Yeah.
later, or it's I don't know.
I feel like, all right, so I maybe haven't been on a lot of planes, but every time I have a window seat, I'm always looking out. And I figure, like, if I see something like that, a lot of people are going to have more footage of it.
For real.
Yeah, like I just saw this video, so I don't know if other passengers from the same plane, like they filmed another video of this, but
Let's see
it's
if they
so
put
weird.
anything. Let's see if they put
Queen said
anything
it's a
new.
sky Pokemon.
Yes,
Appa.
it's a Pikachu.
Oh, no,
It's
that's Appa.
Appa.
That's Appa.
Yep.
That's so true.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I have another, like, in the first video that I sent you from Fox News, like Fox 5 New York, there's like more videos of, from like 2023, so I'm just gonna like show some of them. I think this is the same one from the commercial airliner, like it's from a different camera. And it's just like kind of, okay, moving and maneuvering and turning, and it's very fast or agile, so to speak. Yeah, it's just like
Also,
it totally is not moving like an airplane. It's just like whee.
I just realized why the film is so grainy. It's because they're filming it on like an IR camera or like a different type of lens.
Yeah.
So it's not traditional. I should have
This one is
realized
weird.
that
This one's
beforehand.
fucking weird. It's like a
Ooh, here we go.
fly, but
The crazy thing though is you can actually see like air move around it
do you
when it
guys
moves.
see this?
Like you can
there's-
actually
yeah. Like, do you guys see this? Like,
You
oh,
could
as if like it's moving like wings, like a fly, like wings, like vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
But
like
at the same time, it literally looks like the eye floaters I see in my eyes. It's kind of.
it's an.
You're
I
right.
know what it is, Fear.
Super weird.
It's an
What?
ornithopter. That's literally what it is. It's an ornithopter. I'm kidding.
What? Wait, what is an ornithopter?
Or it's those dragonfly
Oh shit!
plane
What?
machines from Dune.
Oh.
They're just kind of.
Dude, like he's pooping.
What the? Is this Toho?
Oh
I mean,
my-
Toho Project now?
What is going
Yeah.
on?
What is that?
Is that like Howl's moving
It's like
castle?
shooting. It's like yeah. It's like shooting. Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, this is obviously like, oh, it's tracked by the camera, right? But it's shooting something.
It's lasers shooting invisible
That or the
lasers.
camera's detecting something that we're supposed to be indicating?
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
Galactica.
Yeah.
Like, like
Can you
legit.
pause it? Can you pause it, Fear? Can you
Wait.
pause it?
Wait, let me just pause it at a better kind of moment. Yeah. I guess. Oh, I guess, okay. Here is fine. It's like weird.
It's
It
weird
is like
because, like, you-
circular.
It's a solid black object, right?
Yeah.
And then like you can see that stuff around it. I wonder if that's like the force field it exerts when it's because
Yeah.
it has to generate something, right? Like a lot of unless they again, we don't know what it is,
Hmm.
but a lot of flying things exert something when they're flying on Earth.
Yeah, and it warps.
Again,
right?
we
Like,
don't know
oh,
what it is.
warps the space around it.
Yeah,
Right,
but
because-
literally it's literally doing that. It's like warping the space around it. Right
Because
there,
the way
yeah.
they fly, they describe it as a non-ballistics projectile.
Yep. So it's like there's no thermal, there's no like jets or anything on it. but it's still manipulating.
Like it
looks like you can literally see
some kind of energy, right? Like some kind of force.
Yeah, that's really weird. If that's a drone or something, and then it's pooping. Drone poop. See, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the camera's just freaking out because it can't pick up what it's doing.
Yeah, like it's super weird. The thing
that is weird.
Okay, the last one. I think this is not exactly the jellyfish. This is a different one. That's a different video. Yeah, like this is the circular.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
See? Yeah, like the
jellyfish one is
the jellyfish one is really
weird. I have that for today. Yeah, like
okay, here's another Middle East object.
Yeah.
Man, that football got
That's
rained.
2022.
Whoa.
Like this is just one video, but there's a couple of videos with like exactly this, like the little kind of ball, just
Okay,
zooming.
So people like to argue that those are drones, right?
Yeah.
What I want to know is how does a drone fly that fast that these cameras they're on planes that are flying very high up in the air? How could a drone fly hundreds of miles an hour?
Also, mind you, like you don't really see like circular drones. Like you don't really have those. Like we don't really.
No.
Right.
We don't. So
and
it's
it doesn't
weird.
seem like it has like any what is it, like the propellers or anything. Like I don't see it. It's just smooth. So.
Yep, it's smooth, and you can see it reflects the sun too. Like you can see shine on it from.
Maybe someone there just has a really good throwing arm.
Yeah, or that the Hulk threw something from halfway across the planet.
No, that
or maybe it is a drone, but with
maybe.
some weird thing attached to it. Like you know that stupid meme with the fucking lawnmower flying away?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually a model airplane with a lawnmower attached to it.
Jesus Christ.
Or at least something that looks like a lawnmower attached to it. So maybe some, weirdo just gets kicks from, but attaching random things to a drone. And
yes, Queen, it's the bludger from Harry Potter. That's it. Confirmed. It's a rogue bludger. That's what it is.
Jesus.
They're playing Quidditch.
So I do have also like a couple of videos released by the Pentagon 4 years ago. So those are from 4 years ago, and they are filmed by military aircraft.
Yep. Oh yeah. I love hearing the pilots talk about like them talking about this. They're like freaking out.
That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. I do have an LNS, dude. But if there's like anything.
I assume you can't play the.
No, I'm playing the sound.
Oh. Okay.
On stream, yeah.
The private company was 2 stars of Canada.
Yeah, so the U.S. Navy acknowledged their veracity in September 2019. So this was 2019.
This one actually shows.
Oh no, but this is. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't play this one. Oh wait, that's the from CTV News. I think I have like another one, that's like just the video. I think this is the one that's like just it's just the video. It should be okay. Wait.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Joe Rogan podcast, but he interviews one of the pilots that was here. The pilot said that the camera that they're using, the object was going so fast that the camera had a hard time tracking
like it
what it was
really
for the longest time.
Follow.
Like it could not
actually see as that box loses it and then tries to find it again.
Yeah, and it's insane because that's like the most advanced form of like technology we have right now to capture fast objects. So for it to like lose it is pretty insane. So I don't know who's making things that travel like Mach 3 speed.
I mean,
that's that tiny.
That's not. Yeah, that's not really.
It's trippy.
Something beyond like military capabilities.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, for our pilots to be freaked out about it. Yeah, it's
beyond actual like current capabilities of like military around the world. Okay, so this is the like also video from 2019. I think it's one of the Pentagon released videos. Oh yeah, okay, that one's zoomies. Yeah, and the camera is just like, what the fuck?
Yep. Again, these are like the most advanced tracking cameras that the Navy has on their ships right now. So for the fact that it can't keep up with it is, there we go. Now
so
it finally locked
the
on.
pilots are like,
No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that.
And I believe the best evidence towards this coming from the military is that, and Crotus, you could probably verify this, like every little incident, no matter how small, has to be reported over and over and over again. The fact that they report this at all.
Yes. So that it. Sorry. Before I forget my thought, that podcast that I was telling you about with Joe Rogan, I don't remember the captain's name, but he said that when they reported this at the time, they were told to completely keep it hush hush. They were like, "You are not to tell anybody about this." Like they hid it for so long,
and then
he was saying like it was so hard to keep that.
Yeah, because
but I know from experience,
something big happened, and you can't really talk about it.
When you're in the military too, they are like, you're not going to say a word of this or bad stuff will happen, basically. And that's literally what he said. So it's like scary to think it
Well, I mean, you told us that one story that happened to you.
Hey, and if that happened to me, it was 10 times worse for those guys, that the pilots and everything that experienced it. It was 10 times worse. So it's crazy what the government will do and the military will do to cover stuff up. So
just like threaten. Like,
who would have thought the U.S. government does sketchy
shit?
Who would have thought, you know, right?
Okay, so I do have another video. This is another recording, I think, from same year. So 20. Oh no, this one is 2015. So that's another one.
Yeah, this is the most iconic one.
I love this one. Yeah, this one's probably my favorite like video.
My gosh.
Yep.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it, but he said it's going against the wind, and the wind is like 120 miles per hour. Was it? Like it was very strong. Or was it kilometers? Like he said 120.
Yeah, it's basically it's like flying against a very strong, like planes don't normally do that, or drones can't like do that. So
the more impressive thing is the way it changes its position midair.
Yeah, like it's just kind of adjusting. Wait, let me see.
It almost has like it has a built-in gyro or something where
like it's kind of tilting.
Something. No, that's no, is it? It's not. I do that on us, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating.
Yeah, it's rotating.
There it goes.
Show you.
Ah, no, that's an ad. Ah, stop, YouTube. Oh my God. Okay.
And with
YouTube
your Patreon dollars, we can get Fear to be YouTube Premium, like a civilized.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Fuck you guys too. Thanks.
Hey, I didn't say anything at all.
Fight me.
So you can't include me in that.
Damn, Sona, you don't got YouTube Premium yet?
No, I have ad blocker. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw this one, but this is actually a picture from Romania in 2022. Apparently real picture. Wait, apparently real picture of what they said was the mothership.
Oh, good lord!
And it was published also from Pentagon. So they just
to be fair, Romania is like the Florida of Europe, so
yeah, it's like the Florida of Europe.
Anything can happen there.
The Florida of Europe.
Florida, I like that. I like that. Also, Shai for the premium fund.
Okay, now that's interesting. Is that a smokehouse to a radioactive nuclear facility there?
Well, I did not. I can't confirm nor deny. I don't know. It's a chimney. Radioactive.
There is a strong association between UAPs and nuclear facilities.
Interesting.
So that would interest me more about this pic, but that's almost too showy.
A little bit. Like
this is the paradox with all this stuff, is that the more grand and more exciting it is, the more you think, nah, it's not real. But then again, you gotta what's it gonna take to convince us?
That's true.
Like, at this point.
Yeah, like this was apparently they got more pictures, because I think more pictures. It was very low rights, but I saw more pictures of this, so it wasn't like just a report like, oh, just this picture. There were more from different like spots in town, so I don't know. Okay, so now we're gonna go over some very strange, like other shocking discoveries that were revealed in the latest Netflix documentary, because of course Netflix had a documentary. They always had a documentary. It's like, oh, this topic, Netflix documentary, go.
The aliens break the fight.
So there was a Netflix documentary series that is titled Investigation Alien. Wait, do I have that? I should have that. Why? The heck? Wait. Ah, this. Yeah, so Investigation Alien, that's the documentary, the recent documentary in which journalist George Knapp takes us on a journey through some of the strangest cases of UFO activity or suspicious activity ever recorded. So the first one, he explores Oregon animal mutilations. So animal mutilation series in Oregon that was happening, like it started happening in 70s, but there was quite a lot of them in 2019. And there are some pretty bad pictures, obviously. Like most of them, I can't really show them here because it's, you know, mutilated animals. I'm gonna try to describe it as well as I can. There is a picture that I really want to show you guys because it's super fucking weird.
Well, I mean, you can show us.
If any of you,
yeah, like I will.
Chat.
If any of
did
you
you cover that?
You can also. No.
Did I what?
Didn't you cover something fair about the mutilated animals? I thought you did.
I think it was like Kentucky or yeah, like in the past I did cover some mutilations. Yes, like animal mutilations.
Okay, I just want.
But this one is like those. A new. I don't think I've seen these, so these ones are new. So yeah, yes, like one of the most chilling episodes, you know, revolves around the case of in Oregon that, you know, happened in 2019, and 5 bulls were found dead under very weird circumstances. Their bodies showed like no signs of struggle, so zero struggle, no evidence of attack by predators. No trace of poisonous plants, because mind you, these bulls were dead for, you know, like later the owners like left them there, obviously like left the carcass because like what do? Like they just let them basically, you know, decompose. But for some reason predators wouldn't touch any of those bodies, which is weird. You know, the ranchers were like, yeah, that is very strange. Like none of the animals, they would take, in that episode, they take George Knapp back to those spots and there are still bones and they are very clean and there's no signs of any bites, anything, because predators, no animals would touch those bulls, like the dead animals, right? Like they just didn't touch them, as if like, oh, they were radioactive or they sensed that something, they shouldn't touch those bodies.
If anyone's familiar with Skinwalker Ranch and the movie also involving George Knapp, Hunt for Skinwalker, they also cover similar situations.
Yeah. I think I think I've seen it. Okay, so, but even though predators wouldn't touch those animals, the animals were far from untouched. So the two ranchers featured in the series, Colby Marshall and Dave Ward, they recounted the grisly details about these mutilations. So basically the bulls had been mutilated in a disturbingly precise manner. Organs like lips, I'm gonna show this because I think YouTube is not gonna ban this, or I'm gonna blur it later. But organs like lips, ears, and genitals were surgically removed. And I mean surgically. A bull like that, like in the series, in the, you know, in the Netflix documentary, they did discuss the blood. A bull this size has like 50 liters of blood. There was nothing. Not on the scene, nowhere. Like it didn't bleed. And yet these ones were very fresh. Scary. Yeah, and the, mind you, the hair, like they actually said that the hair around those wounds was like burnt and curled up. So something burned those wounds out.
No, it's true. The blood is the most puzzling thing, even if it coagulates as quickly as it can.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people like to say, no, it's insects, it's predators, because those are the areas generally they go to, but it's the blood that always draws me back to, like...
Yeah, there was nothing, zero. And you know
honestly, the scorch marks are very concerning, too.
Yeah, the scorch marks, too, and each of them had the same wounds, like exact same wounds. So like lips, tongue was removed, ears were removed the same way to the bone, and then no blood, and genitals, and then no blood. And it was very weird. And there was nothing at the scene where the remains were found. Like they couldn't really, like no tracks, you know, no disturbed ground. It was just the cow, like just the bull down. That's it. Like there were no tracks. As if the cow was like lifted in the air and like placed there.
That picture of that you showed us, the way it decomposed is really weird too, because normally it would decompose a certain way, but the way it looked like it wasn't decomposing properly at all, which is kind of trippy too.
So I haven't showed you guys the weirdest picture, and this is one of those mutilations in 2019. This cow was dead, mutilated the same way, and it was found like this. That's how it was found. And it's dead, mind you. It's just upright.
Oh, so it's literally like it was laying down.
Yeah.
That's literally what cows look like when they're just laying down.
Yeah, but it's just normally. So and there's weird. No way, like if it happened, because it just died like the previous night, and there's no way that like someone would have to hold it up for rigor mortis to set in like this.
Do that.
But I do feel like I remember hearing about that there are certain cases where high stress in the body at death instantly creates rigor mortis in the body, so that could be possibly it. But
all I know is that thing was killed really quickly. It was killed like almost seems like instantaneous. Like it couldn't even register what just happened.
Yeah, like this, the heart just stopped.
One moment it was asleep, and then the next
just gone.
Gone.
Yeah, but
like
this cow, like it was the same. Like the lips, like I think here the tongue was removed. I guess ears no, but definitely the genitals. But see, again, genitals were removed, but the cow is like lying down like this, which means genitals are down here, like underneath. How?
Yeah, so that's
even the look on it makes it look like it's in high alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, and that's so weird how the head just like it's trippy. I've never seen that photo before, so that's...
because the ranchers, I think both of those ranchers, they actually put out a reward of $25,000 for anyone who comes forward with any hints, any clues, anything, any leads, right? They were willing to pay. Yeah, because a bull like that costs like $20,000.
Yeah, it's no joke.
That's a loss of $20K.
Them losing bulls is like devastating for them financially.
And they lost like 5 to I think 10 within a year. So they were like, what the fuck? Yeah, like they lost like 100K, 100+K. And they were like, okay, well, we need to.
They also care about them too.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
It's like losing a pet.
Yeah, like that's a huge cost, because one bull, obviously, like a cow. Okay, a cow can be, like give birth to one calf, or like it needs time, right, to have multiple children. But like one bull obviously can, what is the word? Fuck, I forgot.
Inseminate.
It's okay, Fairy. It's okay.
Inseminate, like multiple cows, right? Like right, like it's used for breeding. So it's it's a huge lucky thing. It's a huge loss for a rancher, especially because it was bulls. It wasn't like some of them were cows, but like most of them were just bulls. So that's a huge loss for a rancher.
Thinking about it, was there any way to tell whether the mutilation was happening pre-mortem or post-mortem?
I think no. I don't remember if they talked about it.
I could be talking out of my ass, but I do feel like I've heard stories of where they find living cows who were pre-mutilation or post mutilation, but they still managed to live.
Okay. No, I think it was like the cow was like drained of blood and then mutilated.
I remember hearing like of a vet story. I think it was a Reddit story, but yeah, where a vet said that the entire uterus was scooped out of a cow, and it was still it was clinging on to life by just barely. It still died, succumbed, but it had been mutilated before death. But then again, this is just like an internet story. Who knows?
Jeez, yeah, that's crazy. And
again, I don't even know how you explain that. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
there's
like
no
they
words
couldn't.
to explain
They were just
that.
like, what the fuck? So, okay, so this wasn't the first time. I think I talked about the organ mutilations or just mutilations in, you know, like Midwest, which happened in the 70s. There were, you know, there was a wave of similar mutilations that swept through the region. Thousands of animals were found dead and in the same manner. So their organs removed, no blood, same as 2019 case. And back then, people said that there were like they noticed strange lights in the sky, and UFO sightings were already stirring kind of among the public. So, you know, could there be a connection? And George Knapp did mention a chilling parallel between these two time periods, suggesting that, you know, what happened decades ago never really stopped. It's just like, oh, okay, we're gonna take a break, but we're gonna continue, as in like aliens. So what's happening? There were several theories, each, I would say, more unsettling than the last. Obviously, like local law enforcement suggestion. The first suggestion was a cult. You know, that it definitely had some weight to it, but law enforcement was suggesting a cult and ritualistic, like sacrificial, you know, activity or like rituals, right? You know, it's classic, like, oh, Satanists.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, we have some Satanists in the region, so, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just showing like a newspaper from that time. But yeah, you know, like law enforcement suggested like, oh, maybe some cult activity. But again, the sheer precision. Oh, why do I have this? Okay, that's good. But the sheer, you know, precision of the mutilations definitely challenged that idea, because cults, they don't like surgically, they don't have like experts usually, and like, oh, cult rituals are much more bloody for sure, because the surgeons are like, it's kind of like centers around, or like centers on, oh god, I can't find the word, circles around a blood. I was like centers around, I guess, right, like blood. So they are usually like, oh, bleeding the animals, so there would be some blood, but these were just super strange. Another theory was obviously predators, but it's out of question again because of the nature of the cuts. Those cuts were clean, there was absence of blood, and you know, these are not pretty much like hallmarks of a natural predator. And after the animals were found and they were just left there to rot, to decompose, no other predators would touch them. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, that's what gets me, is like, because I've worked in a zoo before, so I learned a lot in the time that I did. If animals are hungry,
yeah,
they know they'll like, they won't eat poisonous stuff, because even if they're desperate, like I've heard stories of hyenas in the wild literally not touching poisoned bodies, or like bodies that they know are bad, because they just instinctually know. So the fact that
they wouldn't,
no animals touched them is what really, really trips me out. Like, I understand the whole blood stuff is crazy, but to me, the fact that they weren't touched by like ants or flies or bugs, just any of that, is really just
no, like vultures, you know, like the animals that eat
especially
carcasses.
vultures.
Like, and
now, there are instances in nature where animals will lay claim to their prey, but normally, there would be clues of that, like they defecate on the body or they urinate on the body.
There's nothing. It was like very clean, just clean spot, nothing.
That is really, also that map that you showed was interesting, because there was a high concentration.
Oh, this one? Wait,
this one. Hold on, this stream's a little behind, so it's got to catch up for me. So give it just a second.
Oh, I can wait. Okay.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay, so there's a high concentration in Texas.
Yeah, like here in Texas.
Like Kansas.
All
Oklahoma,
of is
like all of Oklahoma. Yeah, so it's really weird how it's in that specific area, because there's a lot of farms out there. There's a lot of ranchers out there, especially like in Nevada too. How it's just like blotched, but nowhere else. Like especially on the East Coast over here, there's just nothing over there on the East Coast. But it's all in like the Just the central area right here is really
also,
weird.
it probably stops at the state line because reports don't come out of California for that certain thing.
True, yeah,
it
but
probably
just...
does go in there. It just didn't make it to a report enough to be.
But as Dino Alex said, the craziest part is no animals. That's to me just, I don't know how you explain that, how they're not touched.
And also, like, there's a question, why? Like, why are these, especially why these particular body parts, why these particular organs, like lips, tongue, genitals, ears, like, why are those being taken specifically, and why is the blood drained?
I know there's a woo theory that Greys or aliens are abducting humans to create alien-human hybrids, but stealing cows, unless it's like, well, here's our test run, these are our lab rats, it doesn't make any sense, like, why they would take these things from cows who, aside from we seem to value them as a source of meat, would be insignificant to some.
See, like, maybe because they know if aliens are true, like if it's true and aliens are investigating us, maybe that's what they're trying to learn. They're trying to learn, like, okay, well, it seems that these dominant species on this planet is eating this other species. Let's learn about the food, like what they're eating. But then, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't you take, in that case, like, why don't you take the actual parts that we eat? Why are you taking, I guess, like, genitals and what?
That, like,
I mean, I guess, okay, to be fair, like, we do, like, there are some cuisines that, like, right, like, people eat, like, bull's balls and bull's pino and tongue. Okay, never mind, I stand corrected.
We're trying to think of them in how humans think.
Yeah.
But we have to understand if these are very high intelligent. I'm just gonna kind of go off the clock here. If very high intelligent race of whatever is studying those things, who's to say? I mean, they're probably not eating them because they have transcended the fact that they don't need to eat meat or something. Again, we're trying to label. We're trying to put human labels on things that we don't understand. So maybe they're just like, hey, let's find out what these creatures are. I don't know why you would take the reproductive.
I think they treat it as like a National Geographic project, and they're just like, okay, let us experiment, let us do some, like, biological research on, like, what these bolt monkeys are eating. I don't know.
I mean, there's also the fact that, like, the cow is, like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere that cows are, like, the most populous mammal on the planet. Like, there's more of them than most other mammals.
I would think that'd be sheep.
Some mammals combined.
I don't, like sheep.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cows around.
Well,
so,
I also remember a zoologist talking about this, and she said basically if she had to suggest what animal would you abduct and mutilate for experiments, she said, oh, I would probably go with stray cats and dogs because they're abundant. There's millions of them out there, and if they go missing, no one ever notices.
But the same can be said about cows. Like, I know that for us, right, like for the ranchers, like, that's not the case because that's their livelihood. They're gonna notice. But for a regular person, like, oh, if a cow goes missing, I don't think, like, the whole, town and law enforcement are gonna be like, okay, we have to solve this murder or missing cow.
I have a weird theory because the Egyptians worshipped cows sacredly. So, and there's the whole theory that aliens helped humans, like, during that time period or whatever.
Also Hindu? They also worship cows, right?
Yes.
Like India?
But maybe, again, we're trying to push human thought onto a higher advanced species.
But it might be their research, right? Like, oh, they researched the history. And they're like, oh, we are aware. Well, why are they worshipping these animals?
Like, what would humans do if we went to a new planet and saw the same thing? I'm pretty sure we would conduct and do the same stuff. We'd like, let's take this creature and dissect it and find out
we do research.
We already do,
Well, ancient civilization, like, we just dig up the graves and we actually probe into dead bodies. So, hey.
So I can actually counter that a bit in that we actually think quite a bit about how we interact with alien life out there. So we send Mars rovers out into Mars. However, NASA intentionally picks areas to land the rover and explore where there is the least likelihood of life to be. Because they don't want to run the risk of biological material that survived on the rover to interact onto Mars and absolutely change the ecosystem. So if that was the case, we're already outsmarting aliens that come here because we know better is like, hey, there's probably a better chance of life being here. Let's not interact with it. Where they're like,
they have
hey,
the prime directive.
Let's go intergalactic cow tipping.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's one way to think about it. I'm sorry. I just heard cow tipping. I'm like, this is great. This is cute.
I like Caesar. What if they're doing a sort of scavenger hunt game? Yeah. The aliens are doing scavenger hunt on Earth. They're like, okay, we got to find this creature next.
I mean, really, some of these things really do feel like they're just playing pranks and messing around. There's like the old Fae trickster element to some of this.
Yeah. It's
like crop circles. Like, why do that?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's for landing. I think landing sites or something, right? Like all the
crop circles.
Crop circles. But again, this case, these were animals, and frankly speaking, there won't be as much like pressure to solve their deaths as there would be if they were humans, and that's the harsh reality. But what if there is a place on our planet that saw similar incidents, multiple incidents, and multiple people got hurt? Have you guys heard of Colares?
No.
Can't say I have.
Colares. So Colares is that was also featured in the documentary. This time, George Knapp went to Brazil. So Colares is actually a remote region that became ground zero for a series of encounters between humans and unidentified airborne vessels. And this was in the 70s. So yeah, you might think like, oh, maybe it was like a military operation, whatnot. But between June 1977 and August 1978, residents of Colares reported sightings of strange airborne vessels hovering in the sky. And these weren't fleeting glimpses. These vessels, which were described as rotating discs, came terrifyingly close to human settlements, and they started attacking locals with what they described, like multiple people described as beams of red light, lasers. And the events were so numerous, so many of them, and so consistent that the town was thrown into a state of collective fear. What began as curiosity quickly turned into terror because they were curious about the lights, right? But then, these lights, these vessels were attacking them. So obviously residents were scared, and it was serious. Like later Brazilian military got involved, and I'm gonna talk about that. But one of the people that was a victim of this attack was Aurora Fernandez. This is actually a picture of Aurora getting examined. This is like 1977.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, and she's getting examined by a doctor because she got several of these like burn marks during this period. Aurora described it's like seeing a rotating disc in the sky. Windows, stop. Wait, did my stream die? Please.
I don't know. We still hear you.
Are we here? Are we here? Am I here?
Uh-oh.
Are any of us here?
Are any of us truly here?
We're here. We're fine. I think because like Windows just showed me like some notification and saying like OBS Studio something. I'm like, oh no.
You're still here. Looks like everyone's good.
You're getting too close to the
We're good.
Yes,
I'm getting
you're getting too close.
No.
They're trying to shut you down.
They're trying to silence me. This might be my last stream.
It's the Men in Black.
Share my story, people. Share my story. Don't forget me. Share my story. This is a conspiracy. They're trying to silence me.
Quick, someone save the archive with the video.
Yeah, someone record this.
Save it.
They're trying to take away my voice. Okay,
Here
so
come the Men
going
in
back.
Black.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so going back to Aurora, she described seeing this like rotating disc, and unlike anything that she had seen before, and suddenly a red beam of light shot out from the craft, striking her directly in the chest. And the light didn't just burn, it actually pierced her skin, leaving like these 3 distinct holes in her skin. And in that Netflix documentary, she actually, because she's alive, and she actually came forward to have an interview, you know, like to be interviewed by George Knapp, and she showed the scar. Like, she still has that scar. She's like, yeah, this was burnt. Like, that was, you know, yeah, like she actually showed up in the documentary. But the physical pain wasn't the only sensation that Aurora recalled, and this is gonna sound very very familiar. So she actually described a sharp smell of ether, which is the kind often associated with medical procedures, and she also felt as though her blood was being drawn from her body. Sound familiar?
There we go again.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's totally not coincidence or anything.
And she wasn't the only one. Like, all the witnesses that George Knapp later interviewed, and you know, they got to the different like witnesses who are still alive, they said the same thing. Burns, you know, the sensation of like blood being drawn from their body.
But did they all say red lights?
Yeah, like I think so. I think they were all describing red beams.
Huh.
That's the part that kind of raises a flag in my head, because we're talking about severe burns.
Yeah.
But it's visible light on the red spectrum, the weakest of the visible spectrum. And unless it's just the only visible light of that wavelength, I don't know. There's a reason we use red light for tanning booths and things like that.
Yeah.
For soft tanning, because it's not that evasive.
I guess, but we can't really think of it as like in human sense, right? Like, this might be a different technology.
That's
there are
true,
things of physics we still can't comprehend.
Yeah.
It's just red flags right away. Also, it's I don't know. You know me, I'm the skeptic.
That's true. Yeah, but again, Aurora's account wasn't an isolated incident, because dozens of others in Colares, in the same region, and in nearby towns reported similar experiences. So those red beams of light that burned, paralyzed, and left strange marks on their bodies. For over a year in 1977-78, these incidents plagued the region. The residents dubbed the lights and their mysterious vessels as, okay, this one is gonna sound stupid, but they started calling it chupa chupa, which means
sucky.
sucker. Yeah, like literally they started calling it chupa chupa. Chupacabra.
That's funny.
Alien chupacabra. But yeah, like they were referencing to, you know, the beams that gave them that sensation of like, oh, being drained out of vitality, blood, you know, that's why they started calling it chupa chupa. And the attacks caused more than just, you know, the physical harm. There was mass paranoia and panic among the people. Entire families refused to go outside after dark or like during the day, even like later during the day. They were just like, no one was going outside. The town just turned into a ghost town. There were community gatherings that turned into, you know, night watch, with residents like scanning the sky, like just sitting there and just like observing the skies for glowing, rotating discs. And this wasn't just a case of hysteria, because the attacks left behind physical evidence. So the burn marks, puncture wounds, obviously, like there were some marks in like fields. So circles. And then the phenomenon grew so concerning that even the Brazilian military got involved. Operation Saucer, that was an official operation from Brazilian military, was launched in sometime like in 1977. A classified investigation into the Colares incidents. Military officials interviewed residents, documented sightings, and collected data, and that is known, that is published. And again, as with many UFO investigations, at first the official findings were like inconclusive, or at least that's what the public was told. That, hey, we investigated, but we can't really pinpoint what it is, right? Like, oh, you know, inconclusive. And decades later, some of the Operation Saucer files were declassified, revealing that the military did take this phenomenon and investigation very seriously. And they described the lights as those lights, the beams also, and the lights, you know, like the lights in the sky, as intelligent and capable of evasive maneuvers. But again, they didn't have a concrete explanation. And
wait,
yeah,
evasive maneuvers? How did they figure that out? Did they try shooting at it?
yeah, like, so I think George Knapp did interview, so he had a US military pilot with him. Like, there was this oh god, I forgot what her name was, but she's a US military pilot, and they together, they went to Brazil, they went to Colares, and she was interviewing this guy, like a ferry I guess captain, well, a small like boat captain, and he actually said that not only was the Brazilian military involved, there was like American military that was called, and they were doing like watch, you know, like they were you know, watching the skies, and they tried, like they brought like equipment, and they were trying to shoot at the lights, and apparently, yeah, like they, you know, they brought in planes and stuff, and these lights were like evading them. Well, they were much better than aircraft, like human aircraft.
It's like a full on, literally full on, just shoot now, ask questions later.
You know, in the skies.
This does make me think of the battle over LA, if you know that event, where the military just shot a bunch of cannons into the sky, and they were shooting at nothing.
Yep, literally nothing.
What the fuck?
It created a whole fuss, but
yeah, were they shooting at nothing?
Intense heat. I'd sooner believe that this was some MK Ultra CIA psyops being
possibly
done in like a Brazilian village.
I thought you covered that, Fear. The battle of Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure you did that at one point, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you covered that case.
I might have mentioned, like, not maybe.
Or
not
you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have mentioned the Battle of LA.
I mean, it's weird.
I definitely mentioned MK Ultra.
Yep, definitely MK Ultra. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so there was also, like, in the documentary, a local journalist, Carlos Mendes, reported the sudden appearance of shadowy figures. Like, you know, he's investigating the Colares incident, and he said, yeah, like, sometime towards the end of 1977, 78, he reported that, okay, men in black appeared, right? Men who resembled agents of the CIA, so men in black, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And these individuals reportedly gathered up all photographic and video evidence of the incident, and then any physical records that could substantiate the attacks were collected and never seen again. So any photos, like we have some of the photos, but, you know, majority, I guess whatever was significant or showed something that could be investigated is gone. Obviously, of course.
Well,
obviously.
Why did dude hand them over?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know.
Like, make copies of copies first and then hand them over. Don't
this was
give the originals.
So
yeah, but still, get a fucking warrant. Then take my shit.
No, they were just like, oh, we're government. We're from the government.
Oh, well, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
but
you're gonna give it to us now.
You have to understand, this is kind of like a remote region in Brazil, you know, like people just living their life, like a very small region, small town. Yeah, people are gonna get scared, especially after that kind of experience. I think I would be scared, and I would like, okay, if someone walked in and said, you know, those intimidating people with guns and maybe like all in black and said like, oh, we're with the government, hand over whatever you have, or there's gonna be consequences, I think I would cooperate if I experienced something like that. Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I was just on X right now, and this was just posted. UFO swarm, quote, untouched by missiles outside of a military base.
Oh shit! Wait, let me see.
I'll requote it and tag you in it, but it's really crazy. We were just talking about how they were shooting like stuff at it. Apparently there was
the algorithm knows.
The algorithm literally was posted like.
Let me see.
Wow.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, did you quote?
Yes, I mentioned.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So you gotta check that out because that's insane.
Okay,
they're literally shooting missiles. It's near an Afghan military base.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, like literal orbs that are just floating, and apparently they're yeah. If you want to share that on the streaming app, but it's insane.
I'm sharing. I'm like showing it now.
Oh, okay. That happened like not too long ago, so
like,
it's pretty crazy. Yeah, they're like literally just shooting at it. Yeah.
Like all red. Yeah, like red, purple. Lol.
It's happening.
That's great.
It's literally happening. I mean, look at that's trippy. I don't know.
Okay,
that's weird, but it's.
Trippy. This is from
but
now.
Look, yeah, this is about 7 hours ago. Is when it was just posted. Sorry, but yeah, they're using the same camera like how a lot of military use, where you can see like the. That's weird, man. We were just talking about this, and now stuff like that is literally
like,
happening.
Hey, you're looking at something. Let me show you. Let me show you more. Okay, so as it turns out, as I said, like Colares was one of the, because usually we hear from, we see some videos or hear from like US military, and usually it's like, oh, around US, like these sightings happen. But yeah, Colares was one incident that was outside of the US and at this scale. And then, as it turns out, there's another incident pretty far that was covered in the documentary, and you mentioned it, Kronos, you mentioned it, the Jellyfish UFO incident, and that actually took place in the Middle East, in Iraq, where something really strange was captured over a US military base. And we will unpack the case of the so-called Jellyfish UFO, which is a strange floating, glowing object that was filmed on a base in 2018. And it started with a whistleblower. Someone with access to classified information decided it was time to for the public to see what they had seen. Obviously, this person did not want to risk their identity being exposed, so they didn't share their actual identity. Well, George Knapp did actually find out who they are, but obviously he didn't tell anyone, like he didn't share the name. And the video they leaked was released anonymously, obviously, with the identity of the whistleblower hidden to avoid any harsh repercussions, because I guess he's a military officer, possibly, or employee.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the video. I'm not gonna play the audio because it's not relevant, but this is what they saw. It's a close-up, but it's a thermal camera.
That trips me out.
Because this object like changes temperature.
Yeah, like it's like not registering heat, and then it like pops up, which is weird.
And it's called a jellyfish because it has those like leggies, and like then
little appendages.
It seems to be a machine, right?
Trippy.
Like it's so trippy.
I know immediately a lot of people are saying, no, just wipe off your camera. It's a bug stain or something.
No, but like the camera is
you could see it like move in front of buildings, so it's clearly not like a stain on a camera. And again, the fact that there's no heat coming off of it is really weird too.
Yeah.
Jeremy Corbell.
Jeremy Corbell. What? Jeremy Corbell. What is going on?
I love the guy, but he's too quick to believe everything.
I guess. Wow, hate on Jeremy Corbell. Okay.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Some personal vendetta I sense.
Yep. Personal
vendetta. Killed my skinwalkers.
Aww. Also, like, oh my god, here, like, the speck is not there. And also, you can see, like, it's not a speck or a bug. Like, you can see some weird details in it.
No, it's got really good detail right there. It's just the way that it doesn't wiggle or move as it goes. It
just floats.
Look, you could see how it goes in and out. Like, it's like trying to camouflage or something. I don't know. That's weird.
That's what I assume it is. You know, the changing of temperature or something and also no one is reacting. No one on the ground is reacting to it because I assume it has some kind of cloaking system, or cloaking device.
And again, that camera's an IR camera, so it's like not, people can't probably see that with the naked eye. So that's why. So
see, like, people are not really like.
Nope, they'd be shooting at that thing.
And it's just like, okay.
You guys ever seen District 9? That movie that looks like something out of District 9. Like literally, it looks like a creature from District 9. Oh, like straight up.
Yeah, it's just like so strange.
Oh yeah, it's Baxter. It is one of those the spy
reminds me of
probe
a
droids
drone that
from
was
Star Wars.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yep, it's an Imperial probe droid. That's what it is.
Yeah, and this is over a base. Like for sure, if someone saw this, they would start shooting, and it's just no reaction because they can't see this.
What if this is just the proof that Scientology needed? This is just a ghost. Ghost.
Oh yeah, like and see, there's like personnel like walking by.
They're literally literally right under it, and they're just like, out on a stroll.
So that means it's not making any sound. It's not visible to human eye. And it's just
notice how it's always around military bases. Yeah. It's always these incidents happen around.
It's checking on our military like capabilities, pretty much.
Wow. I don't know. That's
sizing different countries up, huh?
Yep. It's literally going to each country and going, these guys have developed more than these guys have. I wonder why. That's so weird how it doesn't even move anything. There's nothing moving. Yeah, it's just there, which is weird.
It just
strange.
It just goes.
Literally, it just goes.
I'd like to know more about what is tracking this, what is near it, because the way it doesn't move just makes me think it's something. It's an artifact on the camera.
Well,
but it's changing.
Yeah,
it's
like the infrared is
black
picking
to gray to white. Like
right, but what I'm saying is I don't have enough information to say can that happen naturally without it being a real thing in the environment. You know, is it contrasting with everything else in the building? Like once it gets into contact with more complex items, like right now, it's getting less detailed. But as it zooms in or as it goes over less complex images, it does get a little bit of detail in it. So when it goes over those roofs, all right, so right here, it's starting to get more detail back into it.
Yeah. Because you can see, right? Like, you can see the more details.
Well, the other reason why I don't think it's a problem with the lens is because you see where that crosshair is.
Yeah.
Well, it's moving backwards and forwards, like...
No, that's very true. But what if it's all right, so I know some cameras have a glass casing around it, and the camera inside that glass casing moves. If it's just a stain on the outside of the glass casing, the camera's moving, but the stain is staying in place, creating that. But again, I don't know what this is attached to, what vehicle it's attached to, what they're using to do it, and I clearly don't know enough about military-grade cameras.
But this is not a spec on the lens, because it wouldn't move from that one spot. It would be in one spot, and move with the camera, but in that one spot, and it's like keeps going around.
I'm not saying it's on the camera. I'm saying it's on the casing around the camera.
Oh,
the camera
I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming from, Kanta. Yeah, that I understand. I just think that might be something that's perched up on top of like a tower, or something. Maybe there's a camera high up on a tower, and it just follows. Yeah, because I've seen cameras that like the IR cameras that have a very wide FOV, and they can literally just control them remotely. Again, I don't know what type of camera they're using because that's way above my my pay grade. I was just a little grunt. So obviously, an officer got a hold of this, from what Fear said, and they get some of them, if depending on the security clearance you have access to things we wouldn't even think of. So
whoever don't even react.
Whoever put this out here risked their life and their career. And
would they for nothing? Would they for a hoax?
I don't know. That's trippy.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'd love if this is actually legit.
Yeah, if this was legit, this would be
so there fantastic. Is actually an officer who came forward to share his experience with this specific the jellyfish thingy. So his name is Michael Sinkowski, I think. Sinkowski. Sorry, Sinkowski. I don't know how to pronounce that. I mean, I know how to pronounce it in Polish. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. But this guy, so he is actually a U.S. Marine veteran, and he had a first-hand encounter with this mysterious jellyfish UFO object while he was stationed at the base in 2018. Obviously, again, the whistleblower, he is not the one that published the video. He just came forward to openly discuss what he saw and felt that night. And he recalls that the object moved in a way that he'd never seen before. Smooth, deliberate, completely silent. So as I said, like, oh, no one really heard it because it wasn't making any sound. This definitely wasn't the usual drone or aircraft, because those definitely make some sound. The behavior of this object was so unusual, it defied any conventional explanation, which, you know, he said, like, yeah, I have no idea how to explain it. And it left myself and others who did later see the video on edge. And he explained to George Knapp that the entire base was briefed on the incident afterwards and then sworn to secrecy. So again, silencing. You know, the superiors were just like, yeah, this happened. Yes, you saw it, right? But you're not to speak of it to anyone. Yeah.
You saw it, right? No, you didn't.
It's like, we saw it. No, you didn't.
Bacon, that's exactly what I went through. That is literally like, you saw this, but you didn't see this.
Like, officially, you didn't see nothing.
Yeah, and they tell you in a way where if you blurt anything out, you're pretty much gonna fall off the face of the planet and disappear without
Yeah, and
a
Michael
trace
said
at
the
that
same
point.
thing. He said that everyone was ordered to keep quiet, no discussions, even at the base. No discussions, no speculation. Don't discuss that because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's gonna like say something. Just forget that you'd seen it ever.
Yeah,
and move on.
We call that OPSEC, which is like operational security. Like, again, that's just basic stuff they teach you. But when they tell you like these high-ranking people that you only ever see like once or twice in your military career, when they tell you you didn't see anything, you're like, you're like, yeah, I didn't see anything, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Because they're on you like a hawk from that point forward.
Yeah, so
even after you're gone. So
yeah, so he said the same thing, and then Michael actually shared like what happened next with this jellyfish. What happened after this video, like with this jellyfish UFO? Because what is known is that this aircraft or whatever that was, like, did have a cloaking system, right? Like, at first no one saw it, then they see it, so I guess it decloaked. And he said, yeah, this jellyfish UFO made this tilt, like it suddenly tilted downward. It glided at an angle until it dived straight into the sea. So it didn't like fly away into the sky. No. It actually dove downwards into the sea and disappeared.
He was trying to lose the tail.
Possibly, yeah. So like, or I was like, Atlantis. Wait, Atlantis.
Maybe it's Jellyfish Jesus with dementia. It's like,
maybe it is actually a jellyfish.
I'm not supposed to be into the air. I belong in the ocean.
Could be that too, but I think Occam's razor dude was trying to lose the thing that was tailing him. So, you know.
Oh, it's just really camera shy?
Just dived into the sea.
Camera shy, aw.
Camera shy and just dived into the sea and, you know, tried to stay away.
Yeah, I think there is some strong... I think there is some strong conviction behind aliens. If they are here, they would be hiding under the ocean. Like, USOs are very well established.
So...
Sorry. I do have other, sorry, I kind of missed, I think I closed my other pictures that I had. So this one, that's a different one. Wait, is this it? Damn it, where is it? I had it. Okay, you can talk, sorry, I'm just looking for this one picture. That was...
it's okay. I was just gonna read something from a guy who was a former intelligence officer for the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was a secretive Pentagon unit that studied unidentified anomalous phenomena. He said, and I quote, "Let me be clear, UAP are real. Jeez. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies as some of our adversaries." Jeez. So again, this guy was a high-ranking senior person for the Department of Defense.
Damn.
For a program. So for him to say that in front of Congress and in front of other people is like
that's
either he
stuff.
just doesn't care about his life and he's just going cold, he's just shooting cold turkey, or like you said, Fear, it's like, hey, we're just gonna throw this to distract you from
like,
other
actual
stuff.
Like what's actually happening.
I don't think a lot of them are lying. I just think they believe what they are being told. Like
I definitely am skeptical. Like I definitely have like, a level of skepticism in my mind about this.
You guys have to understand, when they go in front of these panels, they have to they are under oath to they're basically they're like, they have to take an oath saying that they swear that this is the truth, because if they lie at these hearings and stuff, then they're pretty much going to be charged with
Or so they want you to think.
Or so
as in, maybe the hearing itself is like, okay, let's just throw this like bogus hearing. Let's just make.
I truly believe they believe what they're being told. But who was it? Not Ulu Elizondo. Who was a reporter? Who started the disclosure? Whatever. He didn't actually see anything, witness anything. He just collected testimonies from people and presented them. So whether these people are lying that he's hearing from, I don't know, but I do believe they believe what they're saying, and clearly these are things out there that we can't track and record. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that. I would love it for it's intelligence outside of our own, but I almost wonder if it's just a mind game of, oh, we know what these are, but because we can't keep a lid on it, we got to pretend we don't know what these are. So
they don't know what we know that they know that we know.
Kind of, almost essentially.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
It's the Havana syndrome attacks that they have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sonic weapons they've been complaining about. I'm sure we actually really know what they are. We just have to.
Oh, we know. Didn't it come out recently? Like it was like a Russian weapon. Like that was all Russia. Apparently.
Right, but at the time,
Sonic. At the time it was like, oh, we don't know.
So I'm sure that a lot of people are kept in the dark about it, and there's just certain people like, all right, here's what we can disclose, and the rest of it we're just going to say we don't know.
Yeah, like that's the easiest one, like how to not lie under oath, kind of, which by the way you can still do. It's just illegal, yes, but like it's not like it hasn't been done before. But yeah, you can. The easiest way to get out of the oath is like, oh, I don't know. Oh, we don't know.
It's
we don't
only illegal if you get caught.
That's true. That's true. Hey.
I'm a very cynical person when it comes to humanity and their actions, and I feel like if we were in an actual crisis of global war, like we're back in the World War II tensions, like literally where everyone's life is on the line, these would be disclosed immediately because we'd be using them as weapons. But right now, we are keeping it under wraps because we don't want them to become a hostile situation.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's like just a matter of like being careful, like about your next step.
Right, because
definitely being careful. Yep.
Okay, I do have more pictures. Sorry, I do have like just a couple of more pictures. I'm gonna show it to you guys, and we can discuss that. So these are leaked photos from Pentagon UFO task force, which is featured in my thumbnail. But wait. Oh, this is that's from 2020. I'm not sure if this was like actually 2020, but like, or I guess it was 2020 or somewhere around like 2019, 2020. That's the. I love how someone in the comments just like, hey, looks the same.
It's literally Batman. Yep.
It's Batman Shield.
Honestly, that zoom in from the. Oh god,
that looks really good. Yeah, that's funny how much that looks.
Though it also kind of looks like that last one, like the jellyfish one, just minus the leggies.
Kind of, yeah, without the leggies. And then there's like,
the leggies.
Well, this is the photo without the zoom, and I guess this is another photo. But this one, like that's another.
That one, you see. This one looks more fake than the other one, if that makes sense. I don't know. For some reason, to me, the other picture looks more real than this one.
Yeah, like the other picture.
This one looks like it's more artificial.
The other picture is like all zoomed in, so I guess the last one is like artificial.
See,
like this is CGI.
This looks CGI. Yeah, that.
I'm actually more focused on. Are there rear view mirrors in planes?
Yes, there are. Because so the main pilot sits in the front, and the co-pilot or the assistant will sit in the back.
Oh.
To look, if they're in dogfights or anything, they can see anything behind them. Because
why? That's almost adorable to me.
Yeah,
it is adorable.
If you sit in one of those things, you can't turn your head backwards at all. So
I guess
you
I never
have
thought
to have.
about it.
Yeah. So but yeah.
I guess because
They
you
do
have
have
the seat,
rear
right?
view.
Like, so
That
you need that rear view mirror.
And I know this because I've sat in one.
There's even here. There's like
jet,
side mirror. That's a mirror.
Yeah. See, they have little side ones. Sometimes the main pilot will have a little.
Oh, so this
little
one's
funny
coming
one
from the co-pilot behind him.
Yep,
Okay.
which is crazy. Do you see how high they are? You can see the
Yeah.
curvature of the Earth right there. Like they are high up.
So, all right, hold on.
Flat Earthers get fucked.
The guy sitting in the back has a camera that can zoom and enhance that much, but the other TikTok videos and other things, I guess because it's not infrared.
Well, that's not a camera, HD camera. The TikTok videos. That's an aircraft camera, isn't it? So it's supposed to just show you the shape. Like, okay, you have there's something on our radar, and it's just show you the shape. Like you're not supposed to. That's not supposed to be an HD video.
That's fair.
And again, those cameras are designed specifically just to pick up certain things. They're not like our phone camera where you could just pull it out and go, "Hey, I'm gonna take a video."
This one is like a actual phone camera.
That's someone. The co-pilot actually took his phone out, and then they just blew it up. That's literally all they did.
No, I mean, all credit to them because I tried to take pictures of my dog today and I screwed that up. So kudos to him.
Yeah, and they're doing that in a fighter jet that's moving hundreds of miles an hour. So
fast.
Definitely kudos.
They are speed.
They are speed.
They are speed. I do. Although I do like this comment, this comparison.
It's Batman.
It's Batman. I think he's trying to protect our planet.
Yep.
And this is how they repay him. This is like very similar.
That's scary.
What if it is like a Walgreens Batman balloon that a kid just lost?
No.
And it's just flying way high up. It's a helium balloon that just flew way high up in the atmosphere.
But it does seem pretty big. It does
seem
huge.
technically a UFO though.
Like if you look at this and this is the object against the curvature and the plane.
Yeah, it is
and the
very
distance,
large.
It's pretty large. Unless it's like a secret Thanksgiving parade balloon that just escaped prematurely.
Yes, somehow it escaped prematurely and just is flying randomly.
And it's just like, wee!
Yep, later.
It had big ambitions to
go
to outer space. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now I want to ask you guys, like, after seeing all of those videos, like, now I want to ask you guys, like, about your personal experience. Have you ever had, like, an experience with UFOs? Or have you seen something?
Kind of.
I'll go last because
I've
seen kind of something. I don't know if it was though, but I'll go last.
Okay.
So, me personally, I haven't really seen any like UFOs, but I have seen, planes. They're definitely planes flying in a way that I'm like, why?
What is that?
Like,
Like, why would they fly like that?
A plane flying really close, heading towards a downtown area. I'm like, because I live in the suburbs, but the suburbs of a somewhat. It's not like a major city, but it's a pretty major city. There was a gray plane that was flying pretty low, headed straight towards the city, and I'm like, why are you flying like that?
Where are you flying?
And there was another time where I could literally see what kind of plane it was. It was flying so low. It was a FedEx plane flying again towards the city, flying really low. I'm like, I'm no pilot, but that seems a little low to me, considering how I can tell exactly what.
Yeah, like exactly what brand, like what company is it? What the fuck?
So,
okay, that's strange. I guess that's strange. That's a strange thing.
But that's the closest I've gotten to UFOs personally.
So I'm just quickly gonna tell you guys about mine. I think I've mentioned it before, but like this picture actually reminded me of that. I know it looks CGI, it's probably CGI, but honestly, this is what I saw when I was in high school. And that was like, I was just sitting at night. So this is what I saw, 3 lights, like triangular. And this is not, I'm not the only one who's seen something like this, because a lot of reports actually talk about a strange flying object with 3 lights like these.
And triangular, yeah.
Yeah, and just like flying in a weird way. So what I saw was, it was like summer vacation, sometime in high school. So I don't know what year was, I don't remember what year was that, but you know, a couple of years back. But yeah, I was sitting on like the balcony in my like at my house and just, you know, just chilling for the night. I think I was texting my friends or something. And I'm just chilling there on the balcony at night. And I look up and this thing, something like this, is just hovering over, like in the sky, like high up in the sky, but low enough for me to see distinctively these 3 lights. And it's just hovering over my house. The moment I looked up and really saw it, it just flew away. Like suddenly it just like sped away. And that's not, it's before drones were commercial. They were like available to the public. That was definitely before drones.
So you're telling me you almost got abducted by aliens?
Possibly, I don't know. I almost got cow mutilated.
Or she was, and she doesn't remember.
Almost got cow tipped by.
Hey, I'm just saying, if those aliens took you, I'm gonna go to their planet and I'm gonna wreck everybody, and I'm gonna get you back. So that's not happening.
I'm gonna wonder if they have better.
Yeah, we're gonna play Doom IRL.
Yep, we're gonna play Doom IRL. The angry mob is gonna go to whatever planet they're on, and yep, angry mob to the rescue.
Yeah, to the rescue.
Literally.
I got my super shotgun.
That's reassuring.
Yep.
Yeah, because I got almost abducted. Okay, that's my story. Yeah.
Mine, actually, yeah, I discounted it because I thought it was drones or something like that.
Mm.
So I live out in Metro Atlanta, and we have a kind of attraction here called Stone Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just a giant hunk of granite. And it was actually around this time a few years ago where they start to put up lights for Christmas and things like that. And I was relatively close to the area, and so I see these like string of lights, yellow lights, yeah. And I kind of made a little drawing. I'll post it in the chat.
Let me
and see. They were kind of in a curved line, and I thought, okay. Oh, okay, they're holding, they're doing different lights this year. They're they're just
like drones, right? Like drone kind of site.
Yeah.
And
I thought, okay, well, there's no way they have lines all the way out here. I'm easily maybe about 20 miles away from Stone Mountain. And I'm just driving in the middle of the night and it's dark and that's all I see are yellow lights. I thought, oh, maybe they're practicing a drone show. I bet maybe they're trying to start that. They did years later, but then I'm actually on my way to Taco Bell because I'm coming from my friend's house. And I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll just go get Taco Bell. Then I come out and I'm like, now I think about it, those lights were really pretty damn big for drones, and I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, that's not...
And I look back up, and they're gone, so they weren't lights, like, being displayed. And I just kicked myself thinking, I should have watched them. I should have watched them and see what happened.
Should I filmed them? Or
yeah, and I kicked myself because it reminds me of the Phoenix Lights.
Oh, yeah, like Phoenix Lights. Very similar.
That, I'm like... Wait a minute, that looks similar to the lights I was talking about before the stream, like the Phoenix lights,
Yeah, kind of like that, right?
But that's why I have a dash cam in my cars, not because, an accident or something. Because, if an accident happens in one of my cars, I'm probably the cause of it.
This is what I want to record.
Yeah, and so like
weird shit like ghosts.
So it was like this,
UFOs
exactly like
or
this.
Something. Yeah,
almost. Yeah, except they were like yellowish orange.
Yellowish orange.
But and I kick myself because as skeptical as I am, if I see one, I'm gonna be like a happy prospector jumping for joy because he just found gold. Because holy shit, I've been waiting for this all my life. And I hate that I just let it go, but
these are kind of yellow. Yeah, these are kind of yellowish. But the picture is small.
Almost, yeah, pretty much like that. But they were more of a straight line going down like the way. Yeah, but pretty much like that. And they were so close that I thought, okay, maybe they're just light displays, but I don't know why. And I know in some UFO encounters, people say, how come you didn't take a picture? How come you didn't record a video or something like that? And some people say, I just felt like I couldn't, or it never even entered my mind. And I keep going back to, I was like,
yeah, like,
okay, was I just told just to ignore it? Was Taco Bell really that more important than the greatest goal of my life?
Yeah, I wonder if it's the.
I mean, that's one thing. It was not.
It was not.
No, it wasn't.
It was not. But maybe
Taco Bell
something made you think that.
Maybe Wendy's.
Yep, maybe Wendy's.
Maybe Wendy's, but not Taco Bell.
I'm willing to bet it was the
Bell.
aliens that told them to put the sour cream back in my Supreme Crunch.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
Nice.
The monsters.
It was the monsters. Yep.
But that's mine. Other than I think I mentioned,
that's crazy because it's it is Phoenix Lights pretty much.
And
just different color.
Aside from the UFO, both my whole family says they saw, and that I slept through, which I think I mentioned in another stream. That's all I have.
Mention that.
But I know Cronus has the official document stuff.
The what?
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy because it's like there's several patterns, right? Like, oh, there's Phoenix Lights, there's the triangular thing, and then there's the spherical. You know, the spheres.
And cigars.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like that.
Okay, Kronos, what about you?
Yeah.
Because I've heard your story, right? Like, I think we've heard your story once, or I've heard about it, or I think you shared it once. I have
never shared this one, no, because again, this is from my army career. Stuff that I'm not supposed to talk about, but again, I don't care. I haven't been arrested or jailed for the last story that I shared about. So
but Agent Smith is watching this stream. Like, my computer already sent me.
Don't even care. They can arrest my ass then.
Legitimately, this soundboards we're on right now.
Yeah, this was over 8 years ago, or actually no, yeah, 10 years ago now. This is when I had first graduated basic training. I went to my schooling for my MOS at the time. Graduated that. And I was stationed in Fort Lee. If you guys don't know where, Fort Lee is it's in Virginia.
Not West Virginia. West Virginia.
West Virginia. Yeah, I had just been. This was probably the first week that I had been there trying to get my bearings, and we go on a field exercise like in the middle of the woods. I'm talking.
Wait, before you get into the story, I'm just gonna say, like to the chat, don't snitch. This is super classified. This is a super classified stream. Don't snitch on Kronos.
Don't be snitching on me.
Don't be
If anyone snitches to the feds, I'll find you.
Everyone in the chat is under oath.
Friend.
Yeah, you're all under oath now. But it's not really crazy, but when you're out in the woods and there's no light pollution, you can see like everything and you can hear everything.
Yeah.
And I was pulling what we call like fire guard, or I was on watch basically, where you're up for an hour and you're guarding the base or the little patrol we had set up, or the little area. And I remember I was really bored. I had nods, I had night vision, so I was just kind of messing with them and playing with them. And I flipped it on and I was looking up in the sky, and I distinctly remember it to this day vividly. I even have dreams about this sometime. There was a string of lights that were going across the sky, and it almost seemed like, you know how when airplanes fly over the sky with those banners are like really visible? It almost seemed like these strings of lights were attached to something, and they were going very, very slowly, and there was 3 of them, and I remember very clearly there was 3 of them, and for some reason they were going very, very slowly, stopped, and then just went boom.
3 strings of lights, or just 3 lights?
So imagine, you know how lights, when lights are strung up on a pole and you can just see like they're just hovering.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but just 3 of them. It looked like they were tied to a string and being pulled by something, right?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were talking about like 3 strings together.
Yeah, no. Sorry,
or like 3.
I'm not really good at visualizing it because it was so weird, but it was these 3 orbs that looked like they were being pulled by a string, and they were going across very slowly, And I was thinking, okay, maybe my nods or my night vision was just messing up or something. Yeah. So I took them off real quick and put them back on, and they were still moving very, very slowly. And then I kid you not, I turned my eyes away for a second, and I look back, and all of a sudden they just shoot.
Jesus.
Like in a snap, they're gone. And I was thinking maybe I was experiencing hallucinations because I was tired or something, but they were very, very bright to the point where I almost had to take the night vision, my nods off just to look at them with my naked eye. But I remember very specifically just seeing 3 of them and then just shooting as like not even a second later they were just all gone. Damn. And I was like, either I'm tired and seeing things, or I don't know what I saw. But again, they were very distinct, 3 very large, like objects, they look like large light bulbs.
Okay,
like
so
they were bright.
So what happened next? Because you saw that, was that all, or?
Oh no, that's not all.
Okay.
When I was trying to sleep and our whole unit heard this, we heard like, how do I describe it? You know when you're like really close to like a subwoofer or like a really loud like speaker and it makes really loud vibrations and you can feel them.
Those people driving around in cars, you know, with a giant subwoofer, they just have the volume cranked up like.
Or like that boom you feel when fireworks
to shitty rap music or something.
So
shitty rap music, why?
It's like that feeling when you're standing close to like a speaker and
like
you can feel the vibration in your
body.
Yeah. So I was having a dream and then I remember I woke up feeling that and I'm thinking, okay, I must be really tired or something is wrong. But it was going on like it was like you could hear it in your ears too. It was like a low like a really low frequency hum, but we could feel it in your body. And I woke up and I woke my buddy next to me. I'm like, dude, do you feel that? And he was like, what is that? And then everyone woke up and we were like, what is going on? Because it was like the ground was shaking, we were shaking, and then this never happens because you don't break protocol doing this. But 2 of our one of our Humvees and one of our LMTVs came driving in, and they're like, guys, pack up your shit right now. What? We need to go. They're like, I mean, again, my platoon sergeant, the first sergeant, and the sergeant major were like, you guys need to pack your shit. I don't care. They're like, throw it in the fucking LMTV. We need to go now. And it was weird because we could feel it. It felt like I could feel it in my bones, like vibrations and shaking and stuff.
Shit.
Now,
and we were just like, okay, like literally they were like, grab your sleeping bag, grab your equipment, and just throw it in the back of the like we need to go get like now. They're like, just start throwing shit. And I remember
so like,
are
we being attacked? Are we like, oh, is this happening?
Is this an evacuation?
That's your first, that's your first thought. Like, oh, we're being attacked.
No,
I have to get my shit together.
My thought was like, okay, this is not obviously like a training exercise. Like they were like, you need to grab your shit right now and put it in the back of this LMT, like right now. They were yelling and screaming like, go, like grab your battle buddies and just throw it on there and leave.
Yeah.
When we get back to base, the base commander, one of the colonels, and a 1-star general, who you don't ever see generals ever in your Army career. He was the only one I ever saw in my entire time of being in the Army, was there. Get out of the LMTVs, we form up, they're like, whatever you think you saw, whatever you felt, whatever you experienced, you did not.
Oh, so they kind of evacuated you to not see maybe something that was actually happening. And they were like,
I don't know, but
felt like, it was not.
Yeah. Again, I was delirious. This was like it was like 3 a.m. We were all very tired because we had just done exercises like the whole day.
Yeah.
And night. So we were delirious as fuck, just standing in formation. They're like, whatever you think you saw, whatever you think you felt, you didn't.
So do you think they dragged you out and like did the whole thing with like, oh, you know, grab your shit and we're heading out, like to kind of drag you out of the base to avoid like you seeing anything, like actually seeing anything?
Well, because we were off base, that's the problem.
You were off base. Okay.
We were in like a training area that the army like has just to have like an area.
Oh, so you're like they dragged you to come back to the base, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
and then
wilderness survival thing.
Yes. So here's the weird thing. When we got back, we couldn't touch our gear for like 3 days. They were like,
oh, that's weird.
They're like, you are gonna go back to your barracks. You're gonna just go to bed. You're gonna form up the next morning, and we'll talk about it. Wake up the next morning, form up there, and we're like, one of the soldiers like, can we get our gear back? Like, I have stuff in there. They're like, no. They said you're gonna all be issued brand new equipment. You'll go to the.
Wonder why.
You'll go and you'll get brand new stuff.
Like,
and I'm thinking, like, I have all my shit in there. To this day, I don't know where our gear went.
Oh, so they didn't give it back.
Everything that I had, we had to get brand new issued equipment. They did not give it back at all. They kept it, and to this day I don't know what they did with it.
Jesus.
Why? But that feeling, I remember that night. It was like that feeling again when you're close to like a speaker and you feel the vibrations in your body. And it was bad enough again to where they hauled ass to the area we were at, made us literally forcibly leave, and then we're like. And again, there was about 10 or 15 of us, so they were like, this is not to be spoken at all.
Now, what was your emotional state and everyone else's emotional state? Was there absolute panic?
Yes, because we were all fresh. Most of us were fresh out of basic and AIT, so we were thinking, okay, maybe this is just a part of a training exercise where they're trying to see how fast we can evacuate an area or something. And I'm thinking, normally... I mean, they do surprise stuff like that when you're doing training. They'll do like a surprise ambush or a surprise whatever. But this was this was literally them yelling at us, dragging our shit, all unorganized, because the army is not unorganized like that at all.
Like
it's very organized, very procedure. This was like, grab your shit off the floor right now. We're going.
Get out,
Like, just straight up, like, we are leaving now.
Yeah, that's not...
No questions.
That's not something you would expect from an organized training.
And think about this. We're like 18 to 20-year-olds. We're all really tired. We're hungry. We're like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this? And I remember I told my buddy, I'm like, dude, did you feel weird last night? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I felt like vibrations, like really strong in my eardrums, my whole body. It felt very, very weird. I've never been able to replicate that feeling even standing near a speaker. I'm talking, the vibrations were so low, it was giving me like a headache and shaking like my bones and like my face and my arms and my...
I think, I think what that might be, and that's no, not skeptic. No, this is actually more interesting to me, because what if it is just a result of the phenomenon? But that sounds similar to some of the symptoms of infrasound.
And I've researched that myself too, because I'm telling you, I have never been able to replicate that feeling ever, no matter how many times I tried. This was a feeling that, again, my bones were shaking in my head. Like, I could feel them shaking. It was very weird.
Supernatural, right?
Yes, it's not like a normal shaking, again, where you stand near a speaker and you can feel the vibrations. This was literally like my bones, I could feel them like rattling. Like my jaw, I could feel it rattling. My head, I could feel it rattling. I was getting a very bad headache. I was feeling nauseous. We were all feeling nauseous.
Syndrome.
Yeah, this sounds like a
like the sonic
assault.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it was, to this day, no one has ever, again, me talking about it right now, of course, I could get in trouble for it, but I've already shared a lot already the last stream we had, I shared with you months ago in Korea. There's nothing.
Yes,
if something happens, something happens. But I just wanted to share that because, again, no one has ever heard that story before. Ever again.
Mr. CIA operative that's listening to this stream, that's monitoring both me, Sona, Kronos, everyone else here. This is all fake.
Yeah, we're just
He lied at the end there.
We end the stream with
this is just a LARPing. We're LARPing UFO sightings.
He's just He's just bullshitting. He's making
no,
stuff up.
I'm telling
like,
you, this is a LARP event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Again, I don't know if those lights that I saw had anything to do with it or if they were completely separate things, but that's just a story that I have of just seeing those and then an hour later literally experiencing the worst feeling I've ever felt from like vibrations.
Honestly, it kind of lines up with kind of like a little bit, right? Like Colares incident where they felt in their body like, oh, my, you know, something is being sucked out of my body, right? Like they felt like, oh, inside of their bodies that something's happening, and you kind of felt similar thing, like different, but you know, there's a difference.
There's nothing I could that you guys could probably do to replicate it, man. It was a internal, just it hurt. Like I felt my vision was going blurry. I couldn't hear very well, ringing in my ear. It was weird.
Did they keep your unit together, or did you guys end up?
Oh no, we a few weeks later, I did not see any of my buddies ever again. In fact, my other friend, his name is Eric. I have not heard from him in about 8 years. It's like they just completely fell off of the face of the planet. I never heard from them.
Did you try
their
Facebooks? Texting them or something?
Yeah, their Facebooks got wiped. Their Instagrams got wiped. Their Twitter, like every social media that I had them, got wiped. And I have tried to look for my one friend for a long time. Family doesn't enough. Again, it's like they separated everybody and said goodbye.
Joshua is asking, do you think they talked?
Also,
oh, maybe it could have been if they did.
Yes,
as I have told you guys, and this is not a lie.
But it is.
It is a lie. It is a lie.
LARPing.
I can.
CIA agents.
I can't confirm or deny this, but from what I have heard, again, I can't confirm or deny it. You talk about this stuff happens. That's literally all I'm gonna. Again, can't confirm or deny it.
What the heck?
No, like I said.
It's all a lie, by the way. I'm completely drawn.
Monitoring me. Monitoring Kronos.
Yep.
This is all
it's all a lie. It's a lie. You know? I just made the whole story up. Don't worry about it.
Yes,
nothing happened. It's not a lie.
Well,
I'm
while
not
we're continuing to make things up, let me ask.
It's a prank. Yes, it's just a prank. Yeah, it's just a prank.
Did you or anyone else experience anything like irritated skin, pink eye?
Yes, actually, you hit the nail on the head of the last thing I was going to share. Yeah, one guy, the next morning, he had severe. Like, have you seen pictures of people who get shocked by lightning and their veins turn purple and all that?
Yeah.
So he had, apparently, it was so bad that like the blood vessels in his like whole left side of his body either exploded or something because it looked like he got shocked.
Jesus.
Like I could see his blood vessels from his neck down to his arm, and he got airlifted, and I think he died like 2 days later. I don't remember.
Shit.
I can't confirm or deny. I'm not going to say that it happened. I'm just telling you. He looked like he got shocked on half of his body. I could see all of the blood vessels in his arm, which was really weird. They were like black and purple.
Which might tie into why your equipment wasn't returned to you in case.
Yep, I to this day I don't know what happened to it. I had personal photos in my rucksack. I had all of my gear, my ammunition, everything, just completely gone. I don't know what happened to it. Don't know. So
shit.
That's horrifying, and I'm sorry it happened. But holy shit, that's my long story. Sorry for it taking so long. No, Scott,
crazy,
dude, no.
But all of it was just LARP, so no one, you know.
All of it was just LARP, yeah. It was all LARP.
Okay.
It was
all of it was lies.
Role
I'm
playing.
not involved.
Yeah, no
one's
involved.
Yeah.
Can't confirm nor deny.
Yep, we're not going to confirm or deny that.
Keep it
Mothman
hush.
is really cool.
Mothman is cool.
Has been,
exactly.
He's the alien. He's been the alien all along. He's the reason behind all this stuff. So there you go.
Okay, so to sum it up, like, just wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys like after seeing all of those videos? Hearing about the cow mutilations, Colares, the Iraq Jellyfish UFO. Like, what do you guys think it is? Like, is it aliens trying to investigate us and just probing, kind of like us on Mars, like, oh, they're just flying by here and there, probing, taking samples like the cows? and maybe trying to, like, take some samples from humans, like in Colares? Or do you guys think it's more likely that this is maybe another country's, like, foreign kind of, maybe new technology, new military technology, and they're trying to do some secret tests and make us believe that, oh, it's UFOs?
Here's what I hope it's neither, because the U.S. government already does enough of that shit to us.
Yeah. Yep. This is what I always say. It's my favorite quote by Arthur C. Clarke. 2 possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. But both are equally terrifying.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true.
You're right.
I'm not gonna take forever on this. This is my personal opinion. The universe is so large, we're discovering new planets all the time.
That's true.
That there has to at least be something out there in the billions of stars, galaxies, planets. I don't want to believe that we are the only smart living organisms that have survived in the billions and billions and billions of planets that we know of.
Like, I think like other civilizations, like, we can't just assume that they are at the same level as us. They might be like way ahead, and I mean like millions of years ahead.
Or literally, they went extinct before they could get farther. Like, that's part of the great filtering.
Yeah. Like what
I mean,
was mentioning
or
earlier.
that, like, either way, they might be like way advanced, way more advanced, or they might be like, oh, okay, they were there, but before we came to be, they're just not.
Yes.
More than people saying it's main character syndrome to think that we're being visited by aliens, I think it's more to suggest that there isn't life out there. Just the astronomical possibilities. It's I think, therefore I am. That can't be the only reason we exist. It's a bunch of variables that just have to be replicatable elsewhere. I don't. But if this is the quote unquote classic interstellar concept of aliens, if they are here visiting us, I think they've been here alongside us, because there's no way they're hopping in and out of intergalactic light speed, coming light years away from another galaxy that we can't even fathom in the observable universe. Unless they're going to overturn physics, where we find out that Einstein was a dumb little nerd who didn't know what he was talking about, I can't see them doing interstellar travel, constantly visiting us just to study us. They're probably here observing us, or
they're stationed here. Like, they've been, when they got here, they're just like, okay, well, we're gonna stay.
Hey, I mean, it's a colony. They came here.
Yep. You did say, Fear, 90% of the ocean is still unexplored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that movie, The Abyss. They're just down there waiting for us.
They could, exactly. I love that movie, by the way. But I don't want to believe other people. Of course, everyone can have their own beliefs. But I mean, NASA just discovered a planet that's twice the size of Earth that has water, clouds, oxygen.
That's true. Yeah.
Just saying. I mean,
also, I want to throw this out there that I saw I forgot how to pronounce that channel, Veritasium or something like that.
Okay.
A YouTube video about how we might discover life on one of Jupiter's moons for
Europa.
Oh, Europa.
Yeah. Apparently they saw like lights or something.
However, I don't think it's in the video. It's been like a week or two since I've watched it, but like I don't think it's intelligent life, mind you, because it's an ice-covered ocean on that moon, but
it's
possible we might find life. So
it's enough for NASA to literally make a program, because they are going to send something to Europa. They're going to send like a probe or a satellite or something on Europa. So we found something to be like, hey, we're going to make and invest money and send something out there. So just saying.
Well,
I mean,
interesting.
It's not going to be on Europa, because
looking forward to developments of this story.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah,
hopefully before we all die at our age.
Hey,
I'm hoping something happens. I'm hoping at least something cool happens in the next 50 years.
I'm waiting.
Yes.
I'm waiting for altered carbon, because I want to live forever.
Yep.
Hey, imagine the channel, FEARSONA channel forever. Forever and ever.
Heck yeah. Forever and ever.
Multiple lifetimes. Wow. Danny actually said in the chat, like, he also brought up an interesting theory, the multiverse theory. So, hey, you know, that's one of the options.
We're human beings think in 3 dimensions. There could be beings that think in 5. So again, we don't know.
I barely think in 1.
I barely think in 1 myself. So thank you, but thank you for the fear.
Yeah, of course. Well, one thing is for certain. You know, we might be thinking, oh, it's UFOs. We might be seeing those videos now, and you know, the sightings like the Jellyfish UFO, but they are not going away. You know, I think there's gonna be more, and hopefully we're gonna be able to explain it sooner or later.
Yeah, hopefully.
You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks so much. I hope you had fun.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for sharing your stories as well, and your theories, and you know, your opinions on the evidence that I presented today. I hope you had a good time.
Great time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. You guys can head over, like, just, you know, listen to the ending of the stream or head over to bed, just get some rest. But thank you so much for today's hangout, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.
You will do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes,
thank you. Bye.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for today. This is it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed all the evidence shared. Just wanted to say thank you to Kanta, Bacon, Kronos. Thank you so much for being there today and talking about your experiences and you know, like, sharing your opinions. As for everyone in the chat, just remember, this was a huge LARP. This was not real. None of this was true, especially the stories at the end, especially Kronos' story. That was not true. We can't confirm nor deny, so hush hush. This is a secret. It's a confidential meeting. You guys are under oath, so you can't share it anywhere. Well, I mean, you can share the stream, but just, you know, just like, oh, with a note like, oh, LARP, fun LARP at the end. Okay, and as for this week, this is the second to last stream. Tomorrow we have another stream. I will be covering the case of Banshee of the Badlands. So another Cryptid Files episode added to the collection, added to the playlist. Joshua, thank you so much. This was a great D&D campaign. Hey! Great D&D campaign. I can be a Grand Master, the Dungeon Master. As for another thing, oh yeah, there's another thing that's happening right now. It's the VTuber Awards 2024. If you do like my content, if you would like it to reach more people interested in unsolved mysteries, cold cases, you know, old cases, cold cases, unsolved mysteries, and beyond, you can vote for me. You can nominate me in the Hidden Gem category. The link to the VTuber Awards website, official website, is pinned in the chat. So you guys can find it, and yeah, if you think my content and my streams are worth it, you know, my channel is worthy of the title of a hidden gem, you can nominate me on their website. Thank you so much in advance, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate that you support this channel. You know, come into the streams, and yeah, if you like my content, like, subscribe. This is free, and it really helps my channel to you know, continue. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for today. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bury your hexes. Until the next time. Bye. Joshua, thank you so much for this. If I hope you win, Sona, thank you. Also, fun fact, a newborn kangaroo is about 1 inch tall. This is tiny. It's tiny. It's tinier. It's smaller than human hand. Look it up. And find another fun fact, because that might be useful to pet owners here in the chat. About 20% of dogs love being praised more than they love food. So they don't love you just because you feed them. They love being praised. So praise your doggo, praise be. Jose, thank you so much. Almost to tell you that the mouse pad arrived. Hey, that's amazing. That's awesome. I hope you like it. Also, Danny, thank you so much for the Supa. The stream never existed and we were never here. Exactly. No one's here. You didn't hear nothing. You don't know nothing. And according to researchers, bumblebees may be capable of scaling Earth's tallest peaks, flying higher than Mount Everest, because bumblebees are awesome. I think I've shared this fact before, but bumblebees are just MVPs. Bumblebees MVPs. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much again. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Praise your doggo. Praise your... Well, okay, maybe not the cat. Cats don't give a shit, but doggo. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, so Joshua got the mouse pad. Hey, I'm so happy. Yeah. Enjoy. I hope you like it. Bye.